excited about the showcase again, you guys. So, I'll be honest, I feel like they did an amazing job with it. They managed to reel me back. And at the very end, when they showed the God of War trailer, I was like, Sony, please take my money. Like, it was just so great, and I'm so excited for it. And it's the same feeling, like watching a movie and you feel that triumph the main character is feeling. It's like, just, yeah, like, I felt that. I felt that. Well, that feeling only lasted a few hours. Sony led us on to believe that pre-orders would actually take place a day later, but a bunch of retailers pulled the trigger on pre-orders with little or no notice. All the big retailers sold out instantly. Best Buy sold out, Target sold out, Amazon, GameStop, pretty much every place sold through their inventory of first wave pre-orders. Naturally, a lot of the buyers were scalpers looking to make a quick buck, and you could see some of the outrageous prices on eBay.
No! God! No! God, please, no! 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 No!
But don't worry, you guys, because even though a lot of resellers managed to get their hands on the PS5 on the first wave of pre-order, a lot of us normal folks were able to get the PS5 on the second wave of pre-order, myself included. So I'll be sharing with you guys what I did to get the pre-order of the PS5. But for now, I want to talk about the following. I want to talk about the accessories of the PS5, the games which will be coming out on or around launch day, some of the things I'm personally excited for, and we'll also look at hardware specs and discuss which system might be right for you. So first, let's take a look at accessories. We've got the DualSense charging station for $29.99, the first party media remote also for $29.99, the HD camera for $59.99, and of course the new DualSense controller for $69.99. Sony is really hyping up some of the features of this controller, like the haptic feedback, which has been improved to immerse you even more into the game by utilizing the additional feedback features in this generation so you can feel what's going on in the game that you're playing right in front of you. The new controllers will also feature adaptive triggers. These adaptive triggers will allow developers to program the resistance of the triggers to simulate actions more accurately to help make the controller feel like it's an extension of your body. The controller will also have a USB Type-C port, motion sensor, built-in microphone and speaker in the controller, and a headset jack. Now, the one accessory I'm particularly interested in is the headset. The headset is called the 3D Pulse headset, and the guys from Sony are on a high with this proprietary 3D sound model and engine called the Tempest engine. This engine is supposed to simulate sounds the way we hear sounds in real life to give us a sense of direction and location of where sounds are. So the PS4 actually utilizes a version of 3D audio technology, but the new Pulse 3D headset is supposed to take it to another level. This is the one accessory I've been trying to pre-order, but of course it also has to be the one accessory that's always sold out. Now, I should mention that while this 3D audio seems really promising, it means that some of the more popular decoding formats like Dolby Atmos might not be used for PS5 games. This might be a factor in the few folks with surround sound theater setups with receivers that decode formats like Dolby Atmos. On the other hand, the Xbox has confirmed that they will be ready for Dolby. Let's talk about the games. Now, these will be available at launch or around launch day, and a title that everyone, of course, is waiting for is Spider-Man Miles Morales. This is an exciting game. We also have Sackboy, A Big Adventure, Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War, Assassin's Creed Valhalla, NBA 2K21, Fortnite, Devil May Cry 4, and Godfall. We also have a couple of lesser-known names such as Destruction All Stars, Man Eater, and Observer. Of course, I can't believe I forgot about this, but we have Demon Souls as well. Now, I feel like I'm missing something. Don't know what. What is... Oh! Keanu! Cyberpunk 2077. Now, this game, how can I forget? I'm so excited for this one. It's an open world and it's a first-person shooting game, which I have to admit I'm a noob at, but for this game, I'm totally hype about it.
Wait the fuck up, samurai. We have a city to burn.
So yes, I'm definitely hyped about that one. There are also a couple of big names that I'm very excited for, such as Spider-Man, Miles Morales. I mean, wow. So cool. We also have Hogwarts, which is very interesting for me with the trailer alone. I mean, I can't wait to play that game. And I don't know if you guys know this about me, but I'm a huge horror games fan. I have not stopped watching this trailer because it is just so damn good. I mean, what better way to start playing Resident Evil? Am I right? Also, have you guys seen the latest Friday Night at Freddy's trailer? Because I have, and I was shocked. I did not expect that at all, and I didn't even know that that was the whole look of the game. So, but I've heard of this game a couple of times already, so that's why I was very familiar with it. Ah! What the fuck? You bitch! We also have 2 Game of the Year contenders down the line. First of them will be God of War Ragnarok, which is a sequel to God of War 2018. And then we also have the sequel to Horizon Zero Dawn. Now, you know, these are the type of games that you buy the PS5 for. For the digital-only versions of the consoles, Sony actually took a different path compared to Microsoft's Xbox Series X and Xbox Series S consoles. The lower-end Xbox Series S has different specs compared to the higher-end Xbox Series X. Some of the key differences are less storage, different GPU, and it can play 4K 60 frames natively. It can, however, play up to 1440p at 120 frames per second, and it does cost just $299, which is $100 less than the PS5 digital-only console. Keep in mind, though, that it only has 512GB of storage, and word on the street is that some of the faster SSDs that work with Xbox are pretty pricey. Now, Sony's digital-only PS5 console does cost $100 more than the Xbox Series S, but both versions of the PS5 are spec'd out exactly the same, with the difference is that it can't play discs. So you still get native 4K at up to 120 frames per second, you get the same AMD GPU, same storage, same everything. One thing to know about utilizing the next-gen consoles to their fullest capability is that you'll need a proper HDMI 2.1 capable monitor or TV. If you don't have this, then you'll probably only be able to get 4K at 60 frames per second. Either way, if you go with Sony, you don't really have a decision to make based on specs since both versions are the same. So, which one should you get? Well, the answer to that question for now and maybe the many months to come is to get the one whichever you can get your dang hands on, because it is so difficult to get one right now. However, there are caveats to consider when you do, or if you do, have the choice. Even though the disc version does cost $100 more, if you are the type to go through your games pretty quickly and you don't mind not having a physical library of all the games you played down the line, then maybe the disc version is for you because you'll be able to recoup some of the expenses that you've made down the line by reselling some of your games. If your only option for selling or trading is GameStop, you probably will get a little less bang for your buck. Now, if you buy digitally, there's no real way to sell your games. You're pretty much stuck with them unless you sell your PlayStation account. I do know some people who just don't want to hassle with physical discs taking up space and don't want to bother with having to sell them. So if that fits you, go digital. Personally, for me, I went with the disc version and it worked out in my favor because that was the only one I could actually pre-order. So how did I pre-order the PS5? Well, it did take a lot of luck, but here are the things that I did so that the odds may be slightly less against you. So anytime a pre-order goes live, you literally have anywhere from just a few seconds to maybe a few minutes depending on how the site is set up. Not only are you battling against literally hundreds of thousands of other PS5 fans, but you're also battling against scalpers and resellers. And they oftentimes use automated bots that allow them to check out and pre-order an item in literally a few seconds. So since there's a small window of opportunity when the pre-sale does occur, the key here is to be ready when it goes live. Information is key after all. So what did I do to make sure that I get notified whenever a sale is about to happen? Well, here are the things that I did to make sure that I get that notification bell. The first way is signing up for email notifications at every single site that is selling them. I usually use one email address and set my phone to notify me only when I get an email from this specific address. That way, I know the email is from specific sites. The only problem with this is that you end up getting a lot of junk as well, and sometimes there are lags with email servers, so this isn't my preferred way to get information. My preferred notification is Twitter. When it comes to their notifications, it's very reliable and it's a lot easier to manage. Also, their big retailers telegraph the timing of their pre-orders over at Twitter. Some of the good ones give you a heads up a day before, which lets you game plan around it. Since most of us are working from home due to the quarantine and we might be around the computer anyway, it's a golden opportunity to be prepared for when they do go live. Tweets are usually instantaneous and extremely reliable, so what you want to do is to follow all the big stores that you know will have pre-orders and set a notification for it on your phone. They might even tweet out a direct link that you can click on that takes you directly to the page. Not only can you tweet to your advantage for the PS5, but you can get information on other products that are hard to get as well. I've been trying for almost a year to get my hands on the official Animal Crossing edition of Nintendo Switch, and thanks to a tweet, I was able to pick it up from Best Buy before it sold out. Now, aside from following the big stores over at Twitter, it's also important to follow accounts who have the inside scoop. I actually have a favorite one myself, and his tweets were so spot on. I got notices of when GameStop was going to go live with their pre-order the day before, the day of, and a half hour before. Thanks to the tweets, I was able to score a pre-order and now I can actually go back to having a life again. There's also the old-fashioned way of getting the PS5, and that's by lining up outside the stores on launch day. Also, there are in-store pre-order events where you still have to line up outside the store for that. And you know what, you guys, that's just something I can't do because I have heard stories where there are some people who camp out not just the night before, but 2 nights before the actual day. And wow, that's intense, you guys. Like, I can't do that. Hats off to you guys. So, wow. Alright, moving on. There's actually another way you guys can get the PS5 online, and that's actually through eBay. I tell everyone, please don't do this and support resellers and scalpers. They make things so difficult for us, but you know what? At the end of the day, it's a free economy and it all comes down to a supply and demand issue. But even more important than that, guys, don't fret. If you don't manage to get the PS5 this year, it's alright. There's not a lot of games coming out on launch day anyway, and the games which will be launched will also be available for the current generation of consoles, such as Cyberpunk. The gameplay for the PS4 and the PS5 will almost be the same. But there will be an update down the road, so I'm excited for that one. Okay, whew, I guess I've unpacked everything that I can unpack now. Wow, what a video! I'm so glad that you guys are watching this video and I hope you guys had fun. Do give us a thumbs up and leave a comment down below to let me know your thoughts on the matter. I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye!